That's a nice medium-sized dog right there. And in reality, they probably always have been medium-sized because this dog was bred to a bulldog and crossed with a white terrier. But that's not a pit bull, so they say. This dog was bred in England, where bull baiting was a sport. This is that dog. It's a medium-sized dog, Staffordshire Terrier. That's an old version of it too. So nothing should be made new. Not one thing should be made new. When you make it new, that's your vision of it. That's your version of it. So you should call it your version. You should give it a name. But the dog's already been here as a medium-sized dog. The Staffordshire Terrier possesses courage, determination, intelligence, and reliability. The Staffordshire Terrier has power, agility, and confidence. I understand the Staffordshire Terrier has all of that, but the Staffordshire Terrier was bred to be that way. It was bred to be that way, and by breeding it that way, they didn't call it the Staffordshire Terrier immediately. It was a fighting dog. It was a game dog. The dog was used for fighting. They had no clue of calling this dog a Staffordshire Terrier. They was calling that dog a Pitbull. Because everything they just said, courage, determination, intelligence, and reliability. And it possesses confidence. But one thing they left out was the will to please his owner. He has a will to please his owner. All the things that the American Pitbull Terrier traits carry. All the things that the American Pitbull Terrier traits carry. They say this was that's an early pit bull if you ask me, but they say that's a staffy. It's an early staffy from England. And back in England, they was bull baiting and dog fighting. But that's a staffy. The dog was called the nanny dog. Good with children, trustworthy, and it was called a companion dog. Well, you would have heard Don Mayfield's friend Frank Fitchwater say the same thing. You would have heard John P. Colby say the same thing. And he was alleged to have crossed staffies too, used the staffy line. You would have heard Earl Tudor or Maurice Carver say the same thing about the American Pitbull Terrier. That dog was called the nanny dog. Yeah, he was. He was smart. They never wanted to say what he was a pit bull, so they gave him a new name. Kind of like embarrassed to say anything about the dog being a pit bull, a box dog. It wasn't his fault he was a box dog. Somebody put him in the box. But this dog is from England. Staffordshire Terrier. We don't have to sit around and pretend like the Staffordshire Terrier was all blue, solid blue, like you see the dogs of today. Those dogs, to me, I'm really going to say, have a Cane Corso cross on them. They're not slanted. Most of the all blue dogs, they're not slanted like the American Staffordshire Terrier truly is. Because the dog that came from England, that dog is known as the Bull Terrier, the Staffy Bull Terrier. It was a medium-sized dog, smaller dog. See this dog right here? This is a taller dog. This is a Amstaff, American Staffordshire Terrier, aka Amstaff. This is where the American Bully gets those broad cheeks from. This is the dog, the Amstaff. This is the dog that played a big role in American Bully history. They played a big role in American Bully history because if the dog wasn't being bred to a pit bull, which Dave will tell you how they created their version of Razor's Edge, which is the version that I like. I like the version that don't have the mastiff traits. Now see, this right here is also a Staffordshire Terrier. The dog was created for bull baiting with the exact same blood, exact same breeders, exact same dogs as the American Pit Bull Terrier. This dog was created for bull baiting. Okay? Bull baiting was not a Staffordshire Terrier sport if you ask a lot of people. That was, the bull cross to the terrier. The bull cross to the terrier are some people trying to sit here and tell me that the bull cross to the terrier made the Staffordshire Terrier? The bull cross to the terrier was the pit bull, right? See, the Staffordshire Terrier and the pit bull have the same lineage. The lineage didn't change on this dog until it came to America. They have the same lineage. That's a Staffordshire Terrier. The lineage was changed on it to make it taller, but before it became taller, it was a pit bull. The dog was created for bull baiting with the exact same blood, exact same breeders, exact same dogs as the American Pit Bull Terrier, which to anyone with the same brain who knows anything about dogs would know this alleged staff was none other than the American Pit Bull Terrier. None other. I mean, you're going to have to one day give the American Pit Bull Terrier his props. Now, this dog right here, they clearly tell you we made this dog taller. See, because you got some Pit Bull Terriers that full grown. They be 3-4 years old. That motherfucker full grown. 32-pound dog, 30-pound dog. Very small. I'm not saying that's a Bull Terrier, but you could tell where he got his traits from the Pit Bull Terrier. Pit Bull Terrier was crossed to many dogs that they still haven't told you what dogs it was crossed to. We still finding out right now. We still finding out right now. This dog comes exactly from the Pit Bull Terrier. It was bred like the Pit Bull Terrier. They just changed some things on it when it came to America and called it an Amstaff. From the beginning, the so-called selective breeding, okay? Selective breeding, where we taking dogs and we're selectively breeding taking dogs from this litter, from the same litter, and we're going to use them as selective breeding. Well, some of that selective breeding could have been cur dogs they were choosing. Dogs that just didn't fit American Pit Bull Terrier standards. They were cur dogs. So they would take them cur dogs and remake them and do what they wanted to do with them. So you always got dogs inside of a litter that you don't want. You always got dogs inside of a litter that you just do not want at all. You don't want them. Other people take those dogs and do things with them. They said that in the American Bully world, certain dogs didn't fit the category, didn't fit the breed standard. So they took the dog and then they started mixing them with other dogs to create the American Bully. This is one of the dogs that played the most supreme role. I would have to say the biggest role in American Bully history is the Staffordshire Terrier. So from the beginning, the selective breeding was done using American Pit Bull Terrier stock. They used the stock from American Pit Bull Terrier to breed these dogs, talking about they were selectively breeding. And every time you bred a litter of puppies, they were pits. But you was taking the nice dogs out. You was taking them out, and creating different dogs. See that brindle trait? From the beginning, you had a white terrier and a bulldog that made bull and terrier. You can't say it was a pit bull because the word pit means ring. So you just saying ring bull. That's what you're saying, ring bull. The word pit means ring. You can't say this was a pit bull, but you can say it was a bull and terrier. Well, not this particular dog right here, because this is an Amstaff. This is when the dogs came to America, they were crossed to get taller dogs. There was never a pure Staffordshire stock to breed from. See, back in the days, they never had a real pure Staffordshire stock to breed from, but they had bulls and they had terriers. And they had other terriers that they could cross too, because a lot of terrier crossing went on. People crossed these dogs to terriers. Little bitty terriers, like the Toto type dogs, little small dogs like the Yorkies. They crossed these dogs. And I imagine they were taking the cur dogs from Pitbull litters to breed with. Yes, that's what they were doing. And the game dogs, the fighting dogs, you put them in a different category. You would never tell nobody about them. But these started, to take on evolution, to do their own thing. Staffordshire Terrier dogs, they started to take on evolution and do their own thing. They were fighter dogs. See, that's what these dogs were used for, bull baiting. That's what they're not used for that now. They're show dogs now, under a different name and moniker. They never wanted to use the American Pitbull Terrier for a name and moniker. And it wasn't the dog that was breeding himself, making himself like that. It was people. See, when you know you're doing something wrong, you try to cover that shit up so nobody will find out. Yeah, this is a Staffordshire Terrier. He was bred to different dogs when he came to the United States, but his blood is Pitbull. His blood is bull and terrier. This is how the so-called eradication. See, when they said they was eradicating dogs. This was how the eradication of the breed tendencies allegedly disappeared. See, because they said they were eradicating the pit bull terrier. They didn't want them tendencies no more. So they had to eradicate. This is the words they used, eradicate, to get rid of those tendencies. So what we got to do is we got to breed other dogs. Because if this dog would have stayed the same, bull and terrier, and the pit bull people dogs would have stayed the same, bull and terrier, there'd be no way you could distinguish the two. There would be no way. So now we got to give them different names. And in order to do something to the dog like that, it's like braiding hair. You need 3 dogs. You need 3 pieces of hair, 3 strands of hair to make one braid. You got to keep crossing and overlapping each other. And as you keep crossing and overlapping each other, it becomes a braid. That's the only way you could have got a Staffordshire Terrier is if you added a 3rd or 4th dog. When you do something like that, now you have a braid. You can braid the bloods together. But you can't take a extinct white terrier. That's why the dogs had so much white on them. Got a lot of people saying we got blue-nosed pit bulls. This dog didn't come from a blue nose, none whatsoever. So you know that's a trait that you got from somewhere. And it's all blue too. The whole dog is silver and blue. Man, shit, these dogs is blue, but they ain't bred like that. They blue with a charcoal nose. Deep set black eyes. They got a nice stop on the nose up there. See that nice stop? Right up in there. See his nice stop? See that nice stop in them cheeks? And you want to know where your American bully come from? This is where he came from right here. This is the main person that played a big, big role in American bully history. This is why all of us, talk about the cheeks so much. Them cheeks came from the Amstaff. So now they want to take out the breed tendencies. Okay? They want to take his tendencies away from him now. Because he don't act the same. They don't want him to act the same as the American Pitbull Terrier, the dog they really created, that's tearing up shit. They don't want him to act like that. The American Pitbull Terrier don't act like that right now. He's a very nice dog. People who own them dogs, and they show us them dogs are beautiful. They are lovely looking dogs. Thank you to the people who breed the American Pitbull Terrier. Thank you for letting us continue to see parts of history. Thank you for letting us continue to see how these dogs really come out, what colors they come out, how they act, family trees. We appreciate it. I know I do right here at Face the Bully. And let the old timers tell it. The old timers want to tell their story too. They never used a third dog. They never used one. That's what they say. Why would you say that when you can't create no Amstaff from a bull terrier? Because that's what the bull and terrier was. He's a bull terrier. And that's why you got 2 Staffordshire Terriers today. I hope you guys know that you have 2 Staffordshire Terriers today. You have the Bull Terrier and you have the American Staffordshire Terrier. And the American Staffordshire Terrier, which is the dog you're looking at right now, is called the Amstaff. Yes, that dog is in the American Bully, all the way in the American Bully. This is how big an American Bully should be. He should stand up off the ground just like that. His tail should touch the back of his ankles just like that. Just like you see that dog's ears is cut and he don't look like a bulldog. He don't look like a bulldog. So now how you gonna sit here and tell me you didn't use a third blood? Yes, you did. You used the third blood. The Staffordshire Terrier is a family dog, protective guardian, which to me will make him a watchdog. What is a watchdog? A guard dog. The old timers say he was a guard dog. The old timers used him as a guard dog. He could have been part watchdog way back then. What is a watchdog? A guard dog? Somebody tell me what a watchdog is. Because I know sometimes I don't really hit things on the head, on the nail. And I'll be asking y'all to help me out. Steel sharpens steel. What is a watchdog? A watchdog is a guard dog. That's my take on it. Any dog can be a watchdog. But any dog can't be no guard dog. See, a guard dog gonna come up and handle his business with you. A watchdog gonna alert that guard dog that you're here. Because he might be over there sleeping like Big Spike used to be on Tom and Jerry. Big Spike was always asleep. Somebody had to wake him up. You know what I mean? Let's get back in it. This is a top contender in weight pulling. This is a top contender. This dog, American Staffordshire Terrier, the Amstaff. He's a top contender in weight pulling, which is an American Pitbull Terrier trait. All the traits that he got come from the Pitbull. All the traits that dog got come from the Pitbull. All the traits the Amstaff and the Bull Terrier have come from the Pitbull. The extinct White Terrier and the Bulldog. You know the Bulldog wasn't blue. See, when you got white and a Bulldog, which is probably gonna be brindle, gonna have some golden brindle off to him, some fine brindle to him, might be all white himself. But he a Bulldog. We all know. Ain't no Bulldog gonna come in blue. These dogs way back then wasn't making clear blue dogs. See, that's another thing I say. You gotta be able to prove some of this shit. These dogs wasn't making clear blue dogs. That's a clear fawn dog. Could be a blue fawn. Because they do create blue. But not that blue that you see walking through your neighborhood. That Cane Corso blue. You gotta ask your damn self sometime when you look at that pure blue dog. Just look at him. Does he look like a Cane Corso to you? And you wouldn't have to argue with no motherfucking body over none of the stupidest shit. See, because this was a top contender in weight pulling, which is an American Pitbull Terrier trait. He ain't nothing but a Pitbull Terrier dog. Matter of fact, that was probably a picture back in England right there. And that's a purebred pit. But if that's not a picture from England right there, then, you know, that's an American dog. And he, you know, they crossed him up with bigger and taller dogs. Now, that dog looks taller. He looks taller. That is a taller dog. You see how they always go backwards? The dog sways backwards. That is an Amstaff trait right there. The dog swaying backwards. That's an Amstaff trait. He didn't get that from the Pitbull. He got that from whatever they bred in. When he sways backwards. It's a major must that they sway backwards. You know, because that's a distinguish from them. That's distinguishing them from Pitbull Terriers. I mean, they really are trying to get rid of the Pitbull, you know. They don't want the Pitbull around them. Cool. It's all good. Because the people who still own those historical dogs, they love them around them. I would never ever take a crap on no Pitbull. Not me. No, not me. And I'm sure that the Staffordshire Terrier will snatch a dog right up out of his fur. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that dog right there, if he was to get mad at another dog, he'd snatch him out his fur. You want to know why? Because it's in his genetics. It's a trait of his. It's a trait of his. Y'all be talking about, we looking for them big old necks. You need to be looking for a big chest. You see that chest on that dog? Look at that chest. You see how confident that dog looks? You see how proud that dog looks? He looks very proud to be a Staffordshire Terrier dog. Look at him. He looks proud. Look at him standing up there. See, you trying to paste the dog together? The dog don't need to be pasted together. If you can't take two dogs and make a whole litter of these, then you pulling from traits of the other dogs that's in your dog. Yes, you have other traits in your dogs if your dogs don't come out with them cheeks on every single litter. With them deep set eyes. I'm not saying your dog have to have deep set eyes. But damn, he should follow his lineage a little bit. He should follow his lineage a little bit. I am going to be talking about this Staffordshire Terrier. And this may be a long little episode right here that, you know, because like I say, man, you can't keep breeding any dog that you want to the bully world, man. You can't. You know, you need to know the lineage of the dog if you calling your dog an American bully. You need to breed it the way that it was supposed to have been bred. You know what? Every single time you sneak that bulldog in, a person is going to know because you're going to change that face. You're going to change that face. We already know that sometimes you have to freshen your blood, but you don't have to go outside your breed to freshen your blood. There's dogs in your breed that will freshen your blood. Trust me. Become a breeder? Hey, this is about more than just trying to get a bag. When you become a breeder, you looking for better traits than what you're looking at right there. You have to pull from the old school, the old trait. That's why I like my dog, because she looks old. Yeah, she kind of looks pit bullish, but she kind of looks old school. So you got to learn that some of these dogs just do not look like a bulldog. It ain't even supposed to have the traits. Look at them feet. Cat paw feet. Look at them hawks. Look at that tail. It ain't even supposed to have none of the traits. And when you put it in there, and you say, well, we're making a new dog. Well, give it a new name. And then after you give it a new name, the classes should be removed. This shouldn't even be an exotic bully allowed inside of American bully show. And it should be vice versa. It shouldn't be no American bullies allowed inside of an exotic show. Distinguish the dogs. Tell them apart. This right here is the face of the bully. That's what a bully looks like. That's the true face of an American bully. Probably a little different, just a tad bit different, because, you know, the American bully people, when they started creating this dog, they did tweak with it a little bit, put theirs on it. But that's where you getting them cheeks from. This is where you getting your height. The dog is supposed to float backwards, sway backwards. That's where your shit come from. This is where your genetics is in the American bully. They might not tell you what bred that damn exotic. But it's going to be some people that's going to jump out and tell you what the dog is, American bully really is. They are that big. And they don't need your help to carry them around and pull them in a baby stroller in a little wagon. The hell you doing to that dog? Why you make him so small where you got to pull him in a little stroller? The fuck, man? Shit. The staff, man, let me get back on track. Because you know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to tell somebody what a dog is, and then they tell you he blue and all this crazy ass shit. We don't want to hear all these crazy things y'all got coming all the time. We don't want to hear it all the time. Be truthful. And if you can't get to the point, get as close to the point as you can. Because they sitting here talking about, oh, you telling lies and you don't do this. You don't tell them, you quit telling them lies on Facebook. Ain't nobody telling you no lie. I don't need to tell you no lie. You just mad because I'm exposing lies. And I'm going to keep exposing their ass because American bully's supposed to look like this. It don't supposed to look like no little bitty chihuahua. That ain't no fucking bully. You know damn well that ain't no bully. I don't even know why you made that dog. And they're going to get mad at somebody. You better get mad at yourself. You just sat here and fucked this dog up. You did it, not me. The hell? Now, the Staffordshire Terrier was the dog known as the RCA dog. Remember the RCA dog? Yeah, the RCA dog. See, he go way back in the days. That's Champion Kirby. That ain't no damn Staffordshire Terrier. That's a Pitbull. Talking about some Champion Kirby. That ain't no Staffordshire Terrier. So that right there, yeah, that's a Pitbull. Y'all, how you gonna have some Staffordshire Terriers fighting when the Staffordshire Terriers didn't even have a Staffordshire breeding stock? Their breeding stock was Pitbull. That's just the old school game dog right there. Champion Kirby of Indiana, 1940. Kirby of Indiana was one of the earliest AKC champions. American Staffordshire Terrier. See, he's an American Staffordshire Terrier. He was born founded in 1940. Champion Kirby of Indiana in 1940. He had already been crossed up. They had already put that third blood on him. They put that Brindle dog. I'm finna have to show y'all one of these Brindle dogs that they put on there. See, it's gonna be another part to this video right here. This is just part one. But see right there, you could tell Champion Kirby right there. Yeah, he was crossed up. If he wasn't a dog from England, see, because England didn't cross him and make him bigger. America crossed him and made him bigger and turned him into the Amstaff. You know, the breed was recognized by the AKC in 1936. The American Staffordshire was recognized in 1936. Now you show me a sky clear blue, like these blue dogs y'all got walking around here, a blue one from back in the days. Show it to me. Don't tell me what he was. His daddy was all blue. His granddaddy was all blue. I know one of his granddaddies was a Connie Corso, but you ain't gonna tell us that unless you don't know that shit yourself. Cause I know damn well, look at this dog right here. He ain't making no blue dogs. No, not him. Look at him. He brindled out. He brindled out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get back at y'all on Face the Bully one more again. You know, and we're gonna keep tuning in and typing in to the Staffordshire Terrier. It's on and popping right now. You know what I mean? Staffordshire Pitbull, whatever you want to call him. We're gonna respect the game though and call him American Staffordshire Terrier. He's an Amstaff, and the Amstaff is blood that's heavily in the American Bully. And if you don't got no Amstaff in your American Bully, hurry up and run out and go put some in there. You know, quit breeding to that bulldog. He fucking up your dog, I'm telling you. The dog is supposed to look like that. And they've been around since 1940. You can see right there. They was around before then. Way back in man, please, this dog, we finna get into the history of this Staffordshire and this Pitbull. Y'all stay tuned.